And now, in a significant move to boost Nigeria's democratic framework, the American Business Council Nigeria and the Center for International Private Enterprise have announced the launch of the Private Sector Development for Democracy Forum. According to the group, in a media Parley in Lagos, the forum provides a platform for open dialogue and collaboration amongst key stakeholders to address critical challenges and strengthen Nigeria's democratic fabric.
Ahead of the convergence of stakeholders from the private sector, civil society organizations, academia for the launch of the Private Sector Development for Democrats Forum, a media briefing in Lagos highlighted that the forum will offer a unique chance for stakeholders to collectively shape the priority agenda aimed at fortifying democracy and the rule of law in the nation. The Executive Secretary of American Business Council, Margaret Olele, stated that the forum marks the launch of a significant initiative that aims to create an action-oriented resource building upon the excellent work already undertaken in the country to consolidate Nigeria's democracy.
It is the launch of an initiative that is called the Private Sector Development for Democracy Forum. So it is to formally launch that this project is going to happen. And the initiative is a collaborative project that's bringing together different stakeholders from the academia, from private sector, from the think tanks, and really everyone that's speaking to how we need to move towards a realistic democratic process through those levels of engagements that would proactively get us to those levels and those levels of conversation.
Private Sector Development for Democracy Forum is a unique opportunity for stakeholders across private sector, civil society organizations, think tanks and academia, and the media to come together and formulate what the priority agenda should be for the nation in terms of democracy strengthening and the rule of law. It's a unique opportunity for us to develop an action-oriented resource that would be called the National Agenda for Democracy Strengthening. It will build on all the excellent work that has been done in the country around, consolidating Nigeria's democracy, and it will also be a building block for many organizations that have been doing work around strengthening governance institutions in Nigeria.
There's no denying that the quality of governance is the bedrock of any nation's growth. That's why the Private Sector Development for Democracy Forum's initiative is aimed at forging a united front between private sector players, civil society champions, policymakers, and the media, all committed to nurturing a stronger democracy in Nigeria and contribute to a sustainable and thriving business environment in the country.
Usually, this is done in silos. Private sector is advocating on its own, civil society is advocating on its own. But now you're going to see us coming together because good governance affects all of our interests.
The PSDF isn't merely a forum. It's a vibrant collaboration brimming with diverse voices from across the Nigerian state to bolster democratic institutions and, in turn, unlock its full potential. In addition to its advocacy effort, the PSDF plans to engage in research, policy analysis, and public awareness campaigns to advance its objectives.
We expect to see some really well-targeted conversations happening with the media. We expect to see technical sessions that are going to be happening, master classes that are going to be happening across from this steering committee level to the membership level, rolling in eventually to a major event that would this would dovetail into a report, and then obviously a launch of the report and the sharing of the reports with the government.
The group emphasized that all stakeholders across various sectors need to work together to create a more stable and prosperous future for all Nigerians.
Because every 4 years there's a pivotal opportunity for the leader at the federal or at the state level or even local government level to make certain reforms or changes that can have a multiplier effect in our nation.
This collaboration perhaps demonstrates the private sector's growing commitment to playing a constructive role in strengthening Nigeria's democracy.